Pattern interrupt. Hi, Louie.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Dawn. Good. How are you?
Good. Ready to go. What have we got? 3 minutes, yeah?
Yes, we got about 3 minutes.
Okay. See you. Can you put the show on, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Everything is such an exciting place to be, because if we can really feel that sizzle of gratitude, even when it's
Hello.
20 degrees out instead of 10 degrees out, then we can come from that place.
How are you? We're going to go live in a minute.
Even when
Hello, Emily Ing.
there's nothing to be grateful
816-251-3555 is the number to call.
from. And it's also the best way to center myself whenever I'm feeling distracted.
Let me just double check that number. Who's going to call in? I'd love to read your chart. 816-251-3555. Now I'm just going to quickly look.
With gratitude. It's a
New
state of
report.
being. It's an openness in my heart. It's
Yes.
to
There are some bloody difficult energies around this week. Those of you who are following my renovation saga, I was trying to get the guy who I'm dealing with to do all the agreements on Friday because the stars are so much better, but he's really insisted on trying to get everything done now. So I guess he's just in the mood to pick a fight with an astrologer. To be fair, I didn't tell him I wanted to do it at the end of the week because the astrology is much better. Maybe I should tell him. Oh, hello, Miss Kathy Giovanoni.
You don't know where to turn.
Hi, Paula.
Like there is no end to our problems. We invite you to connect with silent unity.
Who wants a card? I'm just going to give everybody a card.
Waiting to pray with you.
Card for every single person watching right now on the live. Or if you see this on the rebroadcast, I guess you can have it as well. 816-251-3555. We've got about 1 minute. Are you ready for your card? This card, this card is for me if it's for you. I'm not going to make it for me. Is this for you? I'm not making it for me because I need to do... Oh, Lorna Jane, thank you for your email. That was a really interesting email you sent me. All right, this card, whatever you're feeling, honor your feelings. Honor your feelings. 816-251-3555. All right, let's get that out of the way. Here we go. Turn you up a bit.
30 seconds. Sorry about that.
Oh, we had we've just got a 30-second delay. We're going to 30 seconds of dark. That's what we used to call it in telly. Okay, that card was for you, Donna. Honor your feelings. So be honest about how you're feeling, basically. I'm feeling much better. Just need to sign off on this blasted amendment to our contract and all will be well. Here we go.
Get in tune with the sun, moon, and stars.
Everyone has to do a little dance.
This is Astrology with Yasmin.
Embarrass my son. Hello, everybody out there all over the big wide world. It's Yasmin Boland here, coming to you live and direct from my rented accommodation in London as I wait with bated breath to see if I'm going to finally manage to get the man who is responsible for my renovations to, I don't know, agree with me to get everything back on track. And I'm going to tell you something, okay? I just told the people on Facebook, but I'm going to tell everybody now because we've now gone live on unityonlineradio.org. I've been trying to get the guy to sign off on Friday. I said it to him, please, can we? I wrote it to him. And he's like, no, we've got to do it straight away. I'm like, yeah. And I just didn't have the wherewithal to say, listen, mate, the stars are so much better on Friday. The stars are much better on Friday. So this is really good information for everybody. That's what I'm going to talk about today. actually a lot about. We're going to talk about the fact that the stars this week are quite challenging. So if you have something big you want to do, be like me and try and get the people in your life to agree to sort it out at the end of the week. You may have about as much luck as I'm having with this guy right now. Although, as I said before we came on air to the people on Facebook, to be fair, I haven't actually said, listen, mate, the stars are much better on Friday. We should do this on Friday. Okay, so what's happening this week? Before I tell you, let me just say, if you want to call in, the number to call is 816-251-3555. That's 816-251-3555. All right, okay, so what's going on right now? Well, right now, in fact, there isn't a whole lot going on. If I look at what's going on with the moon, just to give me a second. The moon today is in the sign of Capricorn, okay? It's in Capricorn. So what that means is today is a really good day to get organized. So for those of you on Facebook, I'd just like you to see, like, this is my list right now. I'm not going to leave it so you can see it properly because it's probably got private stuff on there, but it's like a crazy list of a million trillion things. So one thing to do today is if you're feeling overwhelmed, tap into the Capricorn energy, which is really powerful, and get organized. Write a list of what you need to accomplish. Even if it's stuff you can't do all in one day, just write that list. Capricorn is really organized. Capricorn energy goes one step at a time and understands that Rome wasn't built in a day, but understands you need to get everything together. So the Capricorn moon energy today is good. And actually right now we have just moved through probably the most difficult energy of the day, which was the moon was squaring Chiron. So if you've had a kind of an intense day, and I've had yet another intense day, what an intense day, as they say, it's actually going to get much better now. And in fact, the moon is now heading for a harmonious connection to the planet of change. That I keep using the Velcro analogy. You know Velcro? When you pull it apart, that's what can happen now. The moon is trining Uranus and everything can be a little bit easier to accomplish. Things can start to move. I've been getting quotes for skylights today. What else have I been doing? Choosing floorboards, something else, so much stuff. And now I feel like, you know what, I've got all my ducks in a row. I had to get everything ready so I could come on the show and talk to you guys. It's all done. It's all in nice little bullet points ready for me to scratch it off one thing at a time. And I highly recommend that if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you have a lot to get through this week, I'm going to tell you why it's going to be an intense week. But trust me, a to-do list is your friend this week. Okay, so let's go through it. Tomorrow we have the moon sextiling the sun, then the moon sextiling Neptune. Now that makes tomorrow morning really good for meditating, okay? Really good for meditating. And if you are on Facebook, just go on Facebook and type in the Energetic Wellness Club, I think it is, Energetic Wellness Club, and you should get a little picture with kind of a muted red background with someone meditating, a kind of a cartoon drawing of someone meditating. And that is actually something I set up a long time ago where we do things to try and be energetically healthy. And it's growing and growing, mainly thanks to these two amazing women, Tracy and Bee, who run the daily chanting, which I drop in and out of. I'm going to try and drop in tomorrow because tomorrow is a really good morning for meditation. So just go on there. They've said they're going to start putting a link every morning. So you can, if you're in the club, so to speak, the Energetic Wellness Club, you'll get a link which you can click on. It will take you to Zoom because we don't chant on Facebook. We chant on Zoom because it's a bit more private. So tomorrow, really good day for meditating. The Energetic Wellness Club. Yes, thank you. But I will just let you know, do watch out because at around the end of the day, towards the end of the day, depending on where you are in the world, but in the UK it's about 5. I suppose that means midday in the States, actually it means about midday in New York, East Coast time, and about 9 a.m. Pacific. And in Australia, it probably means about 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. So really this applies to the evening. Basically, the moon is going to conjoin Pluto. Pluto is the passionate planet of power and manipulation and detoxing and win-win outcomes. So I'm having my meeting tomorrow with this person who runs the company that's renovating our house. I'm having that meeting at 9 a.m. So we are going to be tapping into the Moon-Neptune connection. So that's bloody good news. And then, yeah, at the end of the day, it can get a little bit intense, and then the moon goes void of course using the modern version. Then we're going to get on the 10th, which is Wednesday, we're actually going to get more room for more jolly fireworks. Oh my God, when does it end? Well, it ends on Friday. Mercury is going to conjoin Mars. Now, Mercury is the planet of communications, and Mars, is the planet of anger and wars and blood and sex and testosterone and determination and brashness. So when you get Mercury conjoining Mars, I'm afraid to say sparks can fly, and not always, but sometimes in a good way. Yeah. And then, as if that weren't enough, later on in the day, we get Mercury clashing with Saturn, which is about people reading you the rules and saying, this is how we're going to do it, and it's not good, and it's going to be my way or the highway, and all that sort of stuff. However, from my perspective, with the fact that I'm trying to sign a new contract with the renovations guy, it might not be that bad, because Mercury is the planet of signing. And just to kind of give you an idea how astrology works, not just because it's about me, you can maybe apply it to your own life. Saturn is the planet of making commitments and agreements and contracts, basically. So even though Mercury, the planet of signing language, is clashing with Saturn, the planet of contracts, it may well be that we are signing the contract but not being that happy. But they do say that when you make a deal, neither party should be 100% happy. Both parties should be a bit like, oh, wish I'd got a bit more, or wish we hadn't had to agree to that, or whatever. So maybe it's going to be okay. But then again, as if that weren't enough, then Mars is going to square Saturn later in the day as well. So basically Wednesday's kind of a write-off, if you ask me. I mean, if I had the luxury, I'd probably spend Wednesday in bed watching Netflix, but I don't have the luxury of that this week. Then on Thursday, the moon's going to square Uranus, so it's like just emotional outbursts. And then we get the quarter moon, which is the moon in Aquarius is squaring Scorpio. So it's the first, let me just quickly check here. Where are we? Yes, it's the first quarter moon in Aquarius. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read you the first quarter moon in Aquarius. From my beautiful Moonology cards, my Moonology manifestation cards. I wonder if I can quickly find the card. The trouble is I don't know them. I don't know them well enough yet to sort of recognize them by looking at them. If you can hear, if you're listening on the radio, that is me flipping through the cards, but it will be worth it, trust me, because this is a good card. I'm actually quite happy to see this card, because the quarter moon, which takes place between the new moon and the full moon, it actually is a time where there can be crises, little crises coming up, which sounds like a bad thing, but it can also be it can be helping you to get over the hump, the last thing that you need to sort of accomplish before you finally sort things out. So here is the card for the people on Facebook. And if you're on Unity online radio and you want to see me on Facebook, just go to Facebook and look me up, Yasmin Boland. That's where I do these broadcasts from. You can like my page. About 40,000 people do, 45,000 people, I'm not sure. First quarter moon in Aquarius. Trust the universe. Now, honestly, that seems like a bloody good bit of advice as far as I'm concerned. So let's just read it out. Oh, right. Are you ready? This is the quarter moon information for us this week. So this applies to all of us this week. This is the big moon info. And if you're listening to this, if you're hearing this, you're hearing it for a reason, including me. It's time to release your grip on a situation. Makes me feel like breathing out already. Passion is good, but too much can become manic. And I've certainly been passionate about this whole situation, trust me. Sometimes we feel too much intensity around our dreams because we're scared they won't come true. And yes, I have been scared I will be living next door to my own house for the rest of my days while trying to wade through this situation. But that's counterproductive, agreed. Live and let live a little. State your intention to the universe and then detach. And the reason why I wrote that for this card is because it's the Aquarius, first quarter moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about detach. Trust the universe and see what happens. The tighter your grip now, the more likely you are to lose out. Oh my God. This is doubly true if you've been jealous or had issues to do with sex or money. Funny that. Avoid trying too hard to influence someone else. Right. So basically the way I interpret this in my situation is tomorrow we have the meeting. I tap into the moon, sextile, Neptune, good vibes because it's very positive. Meditate beforehand, go there, try and be really kind of Neptunian and open and connected to the divine. Neptune's the planet of the divine. Send the contract as we've agreed it. Release my grip and trust the universe. And then hopefully, as I'll tell you, when we come to the end of the week, the stars are better. If you feel stuck or making someone else feel stuck, you need to tread carefully. Sometimes stuck people behave recklessly. Oh my God. All right. When this card comes up, there's a risk you're being too rigid in your thinking or words or actions. Well, we are wrestling over a contract amendment to sort this issue out. And I'll just say again, we have paid every penny we owe so far because I don't want anyone to think that we're being bad. That's all I'll say. He's trying to get me to sign something that says I'll never say anything, but I think I can talk as long as I don't name any names at this point anyway. Loosen up and you'll find it easier to overcome the challenges you're facing. Aha! All right. And then there's information about what to do, which basically I will read later, but I won't go through it right now with you just because hopefully you've got the cards. And if you haven't got the cards, get the cards. The Moonology Manifestation deck. They're doing really well. They're selling really well and people are loving them. And just by the way, we've actually been, if you've done a review on the cards, like an unboxing or going through all the cards one by one, something like that on YouTube or Instagram, send me the link because we're putting them on my front page. There's so many beautiful YouTube videos out there of people who do unboxings and so on. Just send me the link, put it in the comments below if you're watching on Facebook, or email it to Yasmin at yasminboland.com and we'll post it and maybe you'll get some more views of your video. So before we're actually now, it's 18 minutes past the hour. So before I take a call, let me tell you about something that's happening today that stops today. And then I'll tell you about the astrology at the end of the week as well. Basically, I am running a free quiz at the moment. If you're watching on Facebook, the link's above. Otherwise, I'm going to give it to you as well. It's an easy link. moonmessages.com/moon quiz. Okay, moonmessages.com/moon quiz will take you to the right page. So it's a free quiz and it basically helps you to understand how you best manifest. Okay, how you best manifest. And what that means is, do you, we all do it differently. For me, the best way for me to manifest, I believe, is, and I actually have done this quiz, but honestly, I've done it so many times and I wrote it myself, so I kind of know what all the answers are about. So I can't say if I'm the best person, but I'm pretty sure I got the thing that suits me. I'm just being completely frank here. But some people manifest best by being a radical releaser, okay? A radical releaser. And that's people who actually work really well. It's what they do at the full moon that helps them to manifest best. Other people do it by doing gratitude, like it's your gratitude practices, writing in your gratitude journal, especially doing gratitude at the quarter moons. They manifest through that, through the power of their gratitude. Some people do it by making kind of like good old-fashioned magic, like they used to do in the olden days. And some people do it by meditation and chanting and so on. I'm pretty sure I do the meditation and chanting. But yes, so the quiz is free. And if you do it, for one thing, you'll find out how you best manifest. But also, you will then get an invitation to join me for free at my 3-part webinar series, which is called Working with the Magic of the Moon. And it's going to be 3 parts. It's going to be amazing. I can hardly wait. And yeah, it's going to be coming. But that quiz finishes today. That's it. If you don't do the quiz today, I'm pretty sure that's it. You can't do it anymore. So there you go. All right, so I'm going to take a call. Well, I'm hoping there's someone on the line. Let's have a look. Have I got anyone on the line yet? I have given the number. Yes, we've got loads of people on the line. Brilliant. All right, so let's go to Lisa on line 1. Are you there, Lisa?
Yes, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. So, what is going on here? What can I tell you today, Miss Lisa? I'm just putting your chart together.
Well, I've been following you for a long time, and I got the diaries, and I didn't get your new cards, but I have the other deck. And
Get the cards. Get the cards. They're really good. I've said, I'm joking. Get the cards. Get the cards. They're really good.
Oh, I will. I'll get them. I am, and I'll get them for my daughter too, and my close friends.
Yay.
I'm going to give them to them for Christmas, I think.
Oh,
but
beautiful.
I'll probably give them before then. I'll never wait. But I spoke to you in the summertime, and you told me that I was going to have a Pluto transit going over my rising, I believe. And then in August, I started feeling a little off, like kind of blah, and not interested in, the things that I usually are interested in. And so, I mean, I hadn't been depressed in years, like 7 years, I think at least, that I didn't feel that way. I felt pretty even keeled, good. And then I started feeling like that. And then I started having like anxiety in the morning, and along with a little bit of depression. I don't feel too much anxiety these past few weeks, but every now and then it just comes on me. So I was wondering, and how long is that Pluto transit going to last for?
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say to you, Lisa, and anybody else who's having a Pluto transit right now, which would especially include people born at the end of the Capricorn period, people at the end of the Aquarius, Libra or Leo or Aries period, and people who are late degrees of Leo, of Capricorn rising, that's what you are, Lisa, you're very late degrees of Capricorn rising. So the first thing I would say is don't wish it away, okay? I'm very sad to hear that you've been feeling anxiety, and I'm very sorry to hear you've been feeling depressed. To be quite specific, I would think that feeling anxious and feeling depressed is more to do with the fact that Saturn is actually about to go over your Mercury, and you're about to have your second Saturn return. So I think that Pluto isn't really so much about anxiety and depression. It's more explosive and volatile than that. Anxiety and depression sounds to me like Saturn, and Saturn's going over your Mercury and is approaching your Mercury. Look, I think what you need to do is you need to say, I'm dedicating 2022 to my mental health. Okay? Looking at your chart, Saturn won't actually hit your Mercury until towards the end of the year. Yeah, I think you need to just say 2022 is about my mental health, and just have something that you do, however often it is, once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, whatever, 3 times a week, that you do for the good of your mental health. And you know what, Lisa, if you get too depressed or too anxious, you do need to see a doctor or a naturopath. You know, like, this is a long-term thing. You've got to deal with this next year, and you can come out the other side better than ever. But don't just sort of think, oh, I just want it to go away. Think, what's it bringing up in me? Where's all this coming from? You know, when did it start? What was happening at the time that the symptoms appeared? And, you know, what can I do to deal with it, basically? All right?
When I had my first return at 30, I left the man that I was married to at the time, and that whole life that I created, because it was no longer serving me. But that was my first Saturn return. That's what happened. That's what I did. I kind of like uphealed my whole life and changed. You know, but it was for the better. Going through it, it was tough, but it was definitely for the better. So I thought it was more of a Pluto thing, but with Pluto, but with the Saturn return, I understand that. I'm not wishing it away. The thing that helps me is that I say to myself, you're going to be better on the other end. And I'm not, like, I've been depressed in my life where I felt so depressed that it was awful. I don't feel that way this time. This time around, it feels more like, okay, things are a little off, and just go with it, ride the wave, don't resist the anxiety, breathe through it. You know, like, I've been doing holistic stuff my whole life. I do practice Reiki. So I understand what you're saying about that, and that does help. So,
and also,
I know that it's
the Pluto thing, the Saturn is approaching. Like, maybe it is Pluto, because Saturn won't really hit until the end of next year, the beginning of the new year. But, you know, with Pluto, what you need to do is you need to detox. So detox your mind, detox your house, detox your thoughts, detox your words. Do all that. That will really serve you. Can I give you a card, young lady?
Yep. Yeah, please.
Yeah, no, Saturn, you won't actually get your Saturn return. You'll be through your Saturn return by February 2023. So you just need to, like, what I say to people, and I don't know if it makes sense or not, but live consciously. Live consciously. So be aware that you've got some intense astrology. You need to detox. You need to be really grown up and mature. You need to discipline your mind and just go from there. Like, if you can do those 3 things, you got a really nice card actually, which is believe in your own good luck. Believe in your own good luck. Whatever is going on in your life, you need to take care of the small stuff, and the bigger stuff will fall into place. Problems can arise now because of carelessness or a judgment lapse. Avoid telling everyone your opinion until you're exactly sure of what's going on. Think about baby steps you need to take on your way to your goals, and don't take too many risks. Believe in your own good luck, but don't be arrogant. Think an important decision through very carefully before taking action. And I'll give you the affirmation actually, Lisa. It's, universe, thank you for showing me that life is an adventure. All right, thank you for showing me that life is an adventure. And that's really important because, you know, this is all part of it. And I know it can be really difficult. You know, and sometimes it's more difficult than others. But if you can kind of think, you know, I'm doing my best through this astrology, you're getting the best of it. Pluto and Saturn, not just Saturn, Pluto and Saturn. All right, I'm afraid I have to leave it there because we're going to the break, I believe. So let me know how you go, okay, Lisa?
All right, break time.
Thank you. Okay, so someone's saying this might be really obvious. What was that question? Sorry if this is obvious. Is Capricorn rising your rising sign, not your sun sign? Well, if you're Capricorn rising, it means that you have Capricorn rising. It's your rising sign. If you are a Capricorn, then it means you are a Capricorn, not that you have it rising. So I'm going to click on this and see if somebody wants to come on. There we are. I don't know why, but it's giving me the option to bring you on camera. Not quite sure how that works. Let's see if Michelle agrees. Suddenly running around brushing her hair. Oh my God, I don't need lipstick on. That's what I'm usually like before I come on these things. No, she's not. I don't know why it gave me the option to add Michelle and bring her on camera, but I'm trying to add her and it's not working, or she's not answering, so I don't know. All right, so if anybody else wants to be on, we can try and see if it will work to get you on the radio show. After I go back though, oh, here we are, Victoria PS. It's offering me, no, let's see if it will, let's see Victoria PS. If you come on, I'll do you a card. Oh, no, she's declined. All right, your charts, Karen Lyndon Lewis, you can decline. I mean, obviously, if you're driving or you're at work, you can't. I don't know why Facebook is offering me this option. One last try, and then we'll just chill. Nope, she's declined my invitation. Sophie Grant, I would, but the children are being feral. That's very funny. All right. No, we're not going to worry about doing that because everyone's declining my offer to come on air, even though you would get a card reading. I can imagine it's a bit challenging. Melanie West. All right, Melanie, this is a card for you. Oh, Melanie West, you got talk less, feel more. It's slightly insulting, that card, isn't it? But I actually got that myself not that long ago. All right, we are going back on air in about a minute and a bit. Who else will I do a reading for? Leanne Chafee says, I'm in my 90, but I'm cool. But it's not offering me. It's only offering me. Oh, okay. Who just requested? Naomi. Let's see if I can bring you on. Doesn't really seem to tell me. Allow. Oh, there she is, Naomi. Okay, let's see, Naomi. Naomi, I should be adding you. Oh, Kathy Giovanoni. Yes, I'm going to give you a card. Oh, there's your card. I hope it's a good one. Ah, hello. Can we hear you?
Ah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you in Australia?
Yes.
Oh, my God. What time is it?
It's like 3 in the morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock.
All right.
3555. That's
Just wait a minute, okay?
251 3555.
Find out what's happening in the skies. Welcome back to Astrology with Yasmin.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm doing this show today on unityonlineradio.org, and I'm also doing it on Facebook. And I actually just drew a card just before the end of the break for Kathy Giovanoni. So, Kathy, your card is Let Your Fears Dissolve. Let Your Fears Dissolve. So now I on Facebook gave me the opportunity to get someone on air. So I will take more calls from people waiting on the board. We've got quite a few people actually. But in the meantime, I have, is it Naomi?
Yes, Naomi.
I have Naomi in Australia at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you can hear her. Louis, let me know if you can't hear her. Naomi, how are you? Tell us so we can make sure we can hear you. Speak up.
I'm tired.
Tired.
Yeah, but I've been
meaning
to like go on one of your lives and I keep missing it. So I wake up late and then I was like, oh, yep, she's on at this time. So this is my first time being on. So I wanted to see
Amazing. And where are you in Australia?
Central Coast.
Of New South Wales?
New South Wales, yeah. New South Wales.
Central Coast, New South Wales, right. Can you tell us what town? We can't find you that easily.
What town is it? Wyong?
Wyong. And how come you don't know? Are you visiting?
Yes, visiting my partner.
Oh, nice. Excellent. Okay, so I think what I'm going to say is, how about I give you a card? Would you like a card?
We'd
Because I
love
don't
one.
want you to give your birth details over Facebook, because then everybody in the world will know your birth details. So what about if I give you a card?
Okay.
Are you ready? So have you woken your partner up as well, poor fellow? Have you woken your partner up as well, poor fellow?
No,
or lady?
he's still sleeping.
Huh?
He's still sleeping.
Oh, he's still asleep. Okay. Where do you live?
Me, I live in Tuggerah, so like the next suburb over.
Oh, okay. Right. All right. I've got your card. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ah, so whatever you're worried about in your life, see the bigger picture.
Wow, that's cool.
Okay. So in other words, look at all the good stuff. Count your blessings and see the bigger picture.
Awesome.
Awesome indeed. So is there anything else I can help you with, Naomi? Because otherwise I shall release you back to your bed.
No, that's good. Thank you.
Thank you. See the bigger picture.
See the bigger picture. Love it.
All right. Thanks. I think I do this to end. Continue. There we go. All right. How about that? That's a first. Okay. So what I wanted to do before we take another call is I wanted to tell you about the astrology once we get past the tough stuff. All right, so I think I got up to November the 10th when Mercury is going to conjoin Mars, and then it's going to clash with Saturn, and then Mars is going to clash with Saturn. Basically, November the 10th, I think I will be laying low if I possibly can. And then, then we got to the moon clashing with Uranus, and then the first quarter moon, which is in the sign of Aquarius, and I read you that from the book. Okay, so basically we have to wait until Friday for like good, easy astrology to sort of come our way again. Friday, we have the moon moving into the sign of Pisces, which is really nice. Making a clash with the lunar nodes, but that's nothing too much to worry about. And then the sun trines Neptune and the moon sextiles Venus. So Friday is going to be a much better day, or Thursday night Australian time, really. Much better day. Yeah, so that's why I would like to not sign off on my works until Friday, because I know it's going to be a much, much better day. And then we have Mercury clashing with Uranus, which can be just freeing our minds, hopefully not sudden reversals. And then we move into the end of the week, 14th of November. The moon moves back into the sign of Aries, and we start a new lunar cycle, because when the moon moves back into Aries, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, we start a new lunar cycle. So let me take a call here, and then I'll take another call on Facebook as well. So I'm going to go to Dawn on line 5. Dawn on line 5, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me, Yasmin?
I can, Dawn. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, actually, thank you. I'm a bit hungry. I haven't eaten enough today, but apart from that, I'm well. So what's up, Miss Dawn? What would you like to talk about today, if anything?
I just want to see what everything, moving forward, maybe career-wise or relationship with my husband.
Are things a bit rocky at the moment?
A little.
Right.
Coming out of pandemic, all that stuff.
Well, we have a pandemic, but you've also got Saturn in your 7th house. And that ain't easy.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, Dawn, you need to take it really easy. Do you want your relationship to continue?
Yes.
Then you need to really work on it because you have some really challenging astrology in your love life. So you have got, write it down because you might want to look it up later or think about it, whatever. You've got Saturn in your 7th house. So that's basically a time when your relationship is going to get really tested. It only happens every 30 years, okay? So Saturn in your 7th house means you are going to be tested with in your marriage. The thing is, if you come out of it, if you put in the hard work and you go, I'm willing to work through this, maybe get some counseling, you know, do everything you can come out of it and your relationship will be stronger, but it is challenging. There is just no two ways about it. Plus, while Saturn's in your 7th house, it's going to square your Venus. So that can be kind of pretty difficult relationship-wise as well. It's actually going to square your sun as well. You've got some really hectic astrology going on because on top of that, you've got Uranus, the planet of chaos, on your 12th, on your Venus as well. So there's lots of shake-ups and challenges to do with relationships and to do with who you are and with money and so on. So my advice to you, Dawn, is to start doing yoga and meditating and chanting and trying to be really, really mindful about getting through this period because you love your husband, you want everything to continue, and you just have to do your best to, you know, deal with the stuff. And this stuff comes up because it needs dealing with on some level. You know, and what I'm being like urged, what I get intuitive hits, and I'm getting a really intuitive hit that you and your husband are soulmates who've been together in the past lives, and you are wanting to see how strong your relationship is. So you need to work really hard to get through this period.
Okay. Is there an end in sight or just keep working?
Oh, I'll tell you how long you have to work for, okay?
Okay.
It's a while. It will be easier. It will start to get easier by April next year. It'll be much easier. And then basically you get your report card in end of February 2023. So if you make it to 2023, you'll probably be together forever.
Okay.
I know it sounds like a lot.
Thank you so much.
You won't be challenged every day. It won't be awful every day, okay? It will get easier after December. That's for a start. Okay, so you need to put your best foot forward between now and December. That's probably going to be the most challenging part of this cycle. If you make it through to New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and you kiss at midnight, you're through a big, even if you kiss on Boxing Day, you're through a big part of this challenge, okay?
Okay.
So it will get easier after the end of the year, after the last Saturn Uranus square. So I want you to say to me, Dawn, on a scale of 1 to 10, how dreadful are you feeling after what I've said to you? Because I'm worried that I've depressed you or worried you.
No, I'm not, because I feel like August and September were really bad, but I was able to push through October and I'm feeling better.
Okay. So now you just have to push through.
I'm just going to do the work.
Push through to the end of December, and honestly, it will be easier, but you still have the residual 2022 stuff to do. Just like the previous caller, I said to her, because of her chart, she needed to make 2022 about her mental health. For you, I think you need to make 2022 about who you are as a person and who you are as a woman and a wife and a mother if you're a mother, you know, who you are as a woman and a wife and how much you're willing to work on things in that respect.
Right. Thank you so much. I'm feeling that.
I drew you a card. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
So you actually got the Go Deeper card, okay? The Go Deeper card, which is the new moon in Scorpio. So you're regaining control of a situation that cut deep. You've moved through your fears and can now see where this issue has come from. Now isn't the so maybe what happened in August, September. Now isn't the time to gloss over the facts. Rather, it's time for you to face your darkest concerns and go deeper. Your situation may need to crumble a bit before it can be renewed. Magic is called for. Stay strong. Sexually, it's time to reach for true communion with your partner. Financially, this is a potentially blessed time to work on a joint venture. So I've got you a little manifestation affirmation, okay? You ready?
Okay.
Life goes in cycles, and my life is now regenerating. Life goes in cycles, and my life is now regenerating. And the archangel to speak to is Archangel Jeremiah. Look him up.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much. I have your new card.
Oh, well, that's great. So just, yes, look at New Moon in Scorpio. Thank you for buying them. Look at New Moon in Scorpio, and there's a little, you know, ritual for you to do with your third eye and, you know, imagining the light. It's all in there. Page 74 and 75.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You well done, Dawn. You're amazing knowing about the work. So yeah, no, you have a great day too. Thanks for calling in. So there we go. That is Dawn. So listen, this is the thing with astrology, you know, like you can find out, you know, oh my God, I've got Saturn on my sun and Pluto's on my ascendant, and that's why it's so difficult and all that. And then you can just say, that's it, I'm just going to go and hide under a blanket for 2 years. Or you can do what Dawn said she's going to do, which is you can do the work. And that is like the enlightened thing to do. And it's not always easy. God knows it's not always easy. But if you can do the work, you can actually be stronger, especially when it's involving Saturn, because Saturn's the planet of strength and muscles, and you know, Pluto is like, Pluto and Saturn are the two kind of, in a way, for me at least, I feel like they're the most challenging planets. You know, Neptune can be challenging, it's true. Jupiter can even probably be a little bit challenging. Mars definitely can be a bit challenging, but Pluto and Saturn are challenging all in their own way. And the only thing you can do is work with them. So when Saturn is on your case, which you can find out, you know, in my horoscopes that I write on my website, yasminboland.com, or you can see an astrologer or whatever. Saturn can make you depressed. And Saturn can be like a heavy burden. Saturn can be when you feel like you're getting calmer. Saturn can be just really challenging and can make you really sad. I was actually feeling quite sad recently, and I couldn't really understand it. And then I realized that Saturn had been triggering my moon, and that's emotion. So it makes sense that I kept saying to my husband, I don't know why, I just feel a bit sad. And you know, after you've done astrology for 20 years or whatever, like I've done it, 25 years probably, you stop checking your chart all the time. And so things like that, sometimes you miss them. And then I looked at my chart for the first time in ages. I'm like, oh my God, no wonder I've been feeling a bit, Saturn's been challenging me. So there we go. So, and Pluto, so the thing to do with Saturn is to act like a grown-up. Act like a beep grown-up. Because that is what Saturn wants. Saturn wants us to grow the heck up. Grow up. And do what we said we were going to do, and have integrity, and just generally, you know, don't be a fool. Saturn does not abide fools. And when Pluto is on your case, you know, so for example, right now, if you happen to be, I think we said it before, if you're late Capricorn, late Cancerian period, late Aries or Libra, you know, you might have Pluto kind of exploding in your chart. And the way to handle Pluto is the number one thing I think is to detox, detox your life, detox your emotions, detox your relationships, detox your house, just detox your life. And also with Saturn, well, part of that, you can see what it means. Part of the thing with Saturn is chuck out the dead wood, get rid of the dead wood from your life. And that, when you declutter your house, what are you doing? You're getting rid of all the dead wood, all the stuff you don't need anymore that's just cluttering up your life. That's the kind of stuff that you can get rid of when you're going through a Pluto transit. But also with Pluto, it's about looking for a win-win outcome. Because what Pluto wants to do is fight to the death. Okay, now obviously not literally, hopefully, but it can be, you can be involved in a big argument and you just want to annihilate the other person, or they just want to annihilate you. And, that generally isn't going to end well for at least one person, and it could be you. So look for the win-win outcome when you have Pluto action going on in your chart. It's really, really important. All right, so let's take another call. Let me just see. Let's go for this person. Oops, I went to a blank screen. Oh, let's go to Diana on line 6 because it's Diana's birthday today. Hi, Diana.
Hi. Hi, Yasmin. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you for doing this for me.
Oh, that's okay. Happy birthday. Where were you born, Diana? They didn't tell me.
I'm not Buenos Aires.
Ah, okay. Oh, gosh. How do I spell that? I never know how to spell Buenos Aires. Let me just quickly look it up on Google. Buenos Aires. There it is. All right. It's Buenos. There it is. I've got it. Okay, Argentina. All right. So can I just tell you and everybody who's listening, Diana was born on my father's birthday because it's my dad's birthday today, but he passed away about 13 years ago. And I said to my husband and my son about a day ago, you can ask the universe for signs. And I said, okay, I'm going to ask the universe for a sign. Dad, if you are around us, please give us a sign. And I think this is my sign. Diana, born on my dad's birthday. And I'm talking to her on my dad's birthday, November the 8th. On your birthday, but on my dad's birthday as well. So, hi, Dad. I'm going to take this as a sign. Thank you. Thank you, my dad. My dad was so amazing. I love him so much. I miss him so much. So thank you, Diana, for being a sign from the heavens.
And thank you. You Tasmanian angel.
Ah, exactly. Thank you. So, Diana, what would you like to know today?
I'm looking to have a home, and it's getting further and further. I was wondering if that's going to materialize and when.
So you want a new home?
Well, I don't have one right now. It's been a test for this pandemic.
Where are you living?
3 months. Sorry?
Where are you living if you don't have a home?
In a hotel.
I see. Okay. All right. So a couple of things. I have good news for you, Diana. I have good news for you. Just give me 1 second. So a few days ago, on the 4th, so 4 days ago, we had the new moon. And the new moon took place on your sun, S-U-N. So you are now at the start of a new cycle, okay? I'm surprised you don't have a home yet because normally with something that powerful, it would happen almost straight away. But it hasn't happened yet. Stay positive, because I promise you, you have great, great stars to get a new home, not least because your sun is in your 4th house, which is home and family. So I would say, excuse me, don't give up. You promise me you're not going to give up yet, because you have great stars to get a new home and to have a whole new start.
Thank you, Yasmin. I love that, and I just promise I won't give up.
Don't give up. I'm going to do you a card. My little sign from my dad. Oh, there's your card. Oh. All right, just hang on a second. So, this is your card. All right, so the danger in your current situation is that you're going to be really good at starting things and less good at finishing them. This card suggests you need to talk less and feel more. So rather than telling people what you want, feel your feelings about what you want. What comes up? Do you believe in yourself or not? Perhaps you started strong, but you are running out of steam, okay? If so, go within and ask yourself, how committed are you to your goals? Remember, it's okay to change your mind, okay? So basically, you need to use your feelings as a way to push forward to what you want, all right?
Okay.
And talk.
I've always been that way, starting a lot of things and not being able to finish them. I'd like to change that.
Okay, well, change it now. Finish this search for your home.
Okay. Thank you very much, Yasmin.
And follow your feelings.
Sorry?
Follow your feelings. You are so welcome. Thank you for calling in. And I appreciate you calling in and being my sign from my dad. 8th of November on the 8th of November. There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do, because we're going to finish quite soon. Sorry?
The guy who answers the phone is also named Louis.
Yes, he is. Yes, Louis Pagan. Yes. All right. So thank you so much, guys. And what I'm going to do just really quickly is I'm going to do a card for Julia, Pauline, Janine, Donna, and Tess, who are all on the line. Okay, I'm going to give you a card, and you're going to interpret it the way. Julia, Pauline, Janine, Donna, and Tess. You've got the make time for self-love card. So a bit of self-love. Do something nice for yourself. And I'm sorry I couldn't take your call. Do something nice for yourself. And I'll just give you an affirmation. Your affirmation on the line, Julia, Pauline, Janine, Donna, and Tess. Your affirmation is, harmony surrounds me, I am on my path. Harmony surrounds me, I am on my path. So there we go. So that about wraps it up for this week. Remember, we are going to have the quarter moon this week. I gave you a reading for that a bit later. And then after that, we will be going to the full moon. Once you start to sort of really get in touch with the cycles, the moon cycle, you will start to manifest. And that reminds me, if you want to know how you can best manifest, last chance today to do my quiz, moonmessages.com/moon quiz. And then you'll get an invitation to my free 3-part Working with the Magic of the Moon webinars. So it's going to be great. All right. So I will speak to you next week. Thank you so much to everybody who called in, especially Diana, my little heavenly sign. Have a beautiful week. Lots and lots of love.
All right, that was great. are you?
Thanks, Louie. Have a great week.
You too.
Bye. Right, so there we go. I think that's it, guys. Thank you to all those people sending me stars. Much, much appreciated. Yes, you enjoy your day or your evening or your morning, wherever you are. Special thanks to Naomi, who tuned in from the Central Coast in New South Wales at about 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, lots of love, guys. See you. I do this every week. Same time, 4 p.m. UK time, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. New York. Ciao, guys.